Hello, it's Melinda from Alexis and Melinda's Art Space, just coming on today with a bit of a different video. This video come about, or me playing with this, come about from a trashy junk journal swap that was going on in America, but unfortunately I couldn't afford the American postage, so I decided to just make it for myself. So the idea was to use trash to dress up paper dolls. Now you could have used a magazine image, you could use a stamped image, you could draw your doll, and the idea was to dress her in trash and make it look pretty. Obviously, you don't want to look trashy, do you? No. So I decided to stamp out some of my Prima dolls, Julie Nutting dolls. This is the mermaid one, and I stamped out another one that I'll play with in a minute. So I decided that these chocolate wrappers, oh my god, these are nice. They're Lindt salted caramel balls. And they're on special at Officeworks when I was in there getting paper, and a few of them jumped in to my order. Oops! They were yummy. I don't get them very often because they're very expensive, but these were down to like $2 a box because they were just near expiry date or just on expiry date. So I'm separating the layers. I had a foam layer, an aluminium layer on the inside, so I'm actually peeling off the top layer, which is like a cellophane layer, which has got the beautiful bluey green colour on it. So I thought that would be perfect for my mermaid. So just using some Matisse, what is it, Derivian Matisse Gel Medium. It's a thicker matte gel medium. It's a gloss medium, which I don't like the gloss, but hey, I'm using what's on hand. I've had it for several years, so it's time to use that one up. And it tends to, because it's thicker, it tends to stick thicker papers and things like this a lot better. So they're struggling trying to get the two layers apart. Need some fingernails. I keep breaking my fingernails. So using that to stick it on, and it actually turned out really nice. Oh, silly fiddly things that I try and do. It was lots of fun. I think I will try to dress some of my more Julie Nutting dolls in trash or in lolly wrappers or something, because this was quite fun. So it doesn't matter that I'm going outside the lines because I'm actually going to cut this doll out, and I've used her in a later art journal page, which I will, if I remember when I put that up, I'll link this below, and I'll go back and link this as well. So I decided to pop her in a trashy junk journal. So just trying to fit around the pieces. In the middle of the chocolates, it had an oval with the word Lindt chocolate or Lindt chocolatier or something on it. So I actually cut those out to be the fins. So you can use some of the shapes within the lolly wrappers and things as your dress. The top I was just cutting off the white. It sort of had white florals on it, so I was cutting that off to do her main body like scales, and then the bottom pieces I used the ovals for. And trust me, getting those layers apart was interesting. I don't know whether there's an easy way of doing it. So just using the gloss gel medium to, as I said, stick them down. I didn't mind if I got crinkles and wrinkles. It all sort of added to the effect, and I made sure I put a big coat on the top. So then what am I doing? I'm fixing up a bit of her, top of her, I'm putting her shirt on, or under her, yes, what pertains to be her shirt. So I don't actually do anything with the hair or the body or the arms. I'm just basically adding her clothing or adding her tails. Then I decide what am I going to do with her bra, in a sense. A couple of coconuts. So on the actual Lindt box had these caramels, like square caramels, because they're salted caramel flavoured. And I thought, oh, perfect. They're the perfect size for little faux coconuts for bras. So that's what ended up being. I had fun doing that. That was fun. Going back to my old childhood days of just sticking trash to paper. So it was fun, and thank you for the Trashy Junk Journals group. It's a great group out of America, and if I had more disposable income, I would love to swap quite regularly, but I limit myself to probably one every 2 months because it is so expensive to send stuff overseas. But it's great to use some of the concepts, so I'll leave that link to that Facebook group below. So if you're in America or Australia and like doing swaps of junky stuff, it's really good. So this one I'm going, what am I going to do? So I sort of fizz and fart around, fizz around a bit, pull off some more layers. Then I decide, what am I doing now? Oh, I'm folding up the lolly wrapper. I decided I wanted to make a skirt out of the lolly wrapper by folding it in many different ways, like many layers. So instead of using the gel medium, which I knew wouldn't work, I'm actually using some Prit Express It gel. Now this particular bottle is several years old, so I don't even know whether it's available anymore. If it is, I'll link it below, or link it on somewhere below. It's like, comes out like a gel. I call it like toothpaste. Comes out like toothpaste, so it's not runny. Comes out very thick, and it's really good for. It's like super glue for scrapbooking. So I decide to pulling the metal parts off. I have sped this up a couple of times. I think this is twice speed, or maybe 3 times speed, just to cut it into 10 minutes, because I fiddled with these for quite a long time. So applying a layer of glue on each time I folded it, so just the top of it is stuck down and the bottom part of it is actually just open and sort of flapping around, which is really cool. So I do that several times to bulk up the dress, because I wanted it to be fairly 3D. Now I don't know what I'm going to use her for. I'll probably end up putting her on a tag, because she is a bit three-dimensional for a art journal. Now I've got to get the idea of her bodice. I think I'm working on next. So stripping more layers. I should have stripped all those silver layers off the back of the things before I started. Oh, so I'm sticking some more bits on her dress. So her dress is quite bulky. So a little bit on the side. It's getting quite gluey up the top there. But that looks quite cute and pretty. Then I'm umming and ahhing what to do with her top of her dress. So I decided to grab the stamp again, and actually, so I can get it perfect, or almost perfect, ink up my stamp just where her middle bodice or a t-shirt is, I suppose, or a singlet top, and actually stamp it onto the trashy wrapper, and then cut that out, and that's the same size as her stamped image. So that was a bit easier than trying to get it to work in a way that just freehand cutting it. So there we go. So that looks really nice. So you can't really tell where the top bit and the bottom bit stops, which is really cool. And then I stick another ruffle under her dress. Just holding it down with the gel matte medium as I work on her. What am I working next? I think I'll work on a headband. Yes. So this is where I decide to stamp again, just using the headband. You can just see it. You probably won't see it in the camera, but you can just see it in real life, and decide to cut it out. Then all of a sudden it flies away. Between doing that and going and doing something, I cannot find the darn thing. So you'll see me do it again. I don't know what happened to it. Still to this day, I don't know where it is. Do you have that? Do you have that problem that your desk sometimes eats small pieces of things you've cut out and done, and you can't find it? I did that with a pumpkin. I cut out and paper pieced a pumpkin probably 2 years ago now, and just lost it. It was gone. I searched everywhere, and I have no idea where it went. I searched the floor and everywhere. So here I'm just cutting out another headband because the first one got lost. So this one, be very careful, Melinda. Do not lose it. So the same thing, cut out, stamped the headband and cut it out, and my girl looks really, really cute. So something to do with your lolly papers, or candy wrappers as you call them in America. Good excuse to go and buy chocolate, especially if you like the colour of it, to use in your art. It's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.